Welcome back. You're watching Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Karel Lahara. We're following some breaking news out of Los Angeles County, a brush fire that has erupted here in the area just about 45 minutes away from the Post fire, which is one that we have been monitoring throughout this weekend. This fire being called the Max Fire, threatening lives and structures over in LA County. And we're getting some really compelling visuals right now from the chopper on the scene. You can see zooming in there, taking a look at some of the firefighters, members from the fire department there, trying to contain this fire as best as possible. Because remember, the fire department is trying to fight another fire just 45 minutes away. And as we zoom out on this live picture, you can get a full scope on the devastation that this brush fire has already caused to this area. But the good news is that it's looking like all of these efforts are really working out, because just moments ago we saw those flames really just rushing through a number of structures that you see have pretty much been burned down and destroyed there. But it's looking like one structure at the moment is actively burning, and you can see just through the smoke here on the screen the firefighters on the ground there with their hoses working to put out the remainder of those flames. I want to let you know what we have so far on this and bring up some tweets on this breaking news information. So I'm going to roll through some of those right now. This first one from the LA County Fire Department, it says third alarm brush fire, 80th Street West and Avenue K, Lancaster. The LA County Fire Department crews on scene of a 500-acre brush fire with structures threatened. And then it goes on. We have a tweet here from the National Weather Service in Los Angeles. And it says this: west winds 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40 miles per hour will sustain through tonight across the Max Fire. Humidities are currently around 12%, with only moderate recovery to around 35% overnight. Temperature around 90 degrees as of 4 p.m. And then we also have this tweet from Kevin Takumi here, the Max Fire, Los Angeles County Fire Department working hard to save homes. Winds up to 33 miles per hour. And you see there, he accompanied it with a video. And here another video or a photo that we have here from that same reporter on the ground, photojournalist, I understand, with our partners down at Fox 11 in Los Angeles. So we're monitoring this scene, and that's what it looked like a little earlier on this afternoon. But let's get back to that live picture that we have from the chopper, and we continue to see so many different instruments, equipment being used to contain this fire. And a lot of that is what we heard from officials earlier this week with the fire department, and they were talking a bit about how they are preparing for this wildfire season. Earlier today, my colleague here, Andy Mack, he did speak with another firefighter that was on the ground for the Post fire. And she said that it is really concerning and alarming at this point that we're seeing so many of these fires kind of pop up, because the peak wildfire season in California, that doesn't happen until September or October. So this is quite a concern for the fire department, that they already have to be going out to these areas for these fires. And of course, the strong winds there not making matters better, in fact intensifying the situations. Just small sparks can really spread quickly, and they're really hard to contain once they do get going. Fortunately though, as you do see from this live picture, it just seems like small active flames at the moment, but you can see how many of the structures really seem to be destroyed over here in Los Angeles County. Again, this is about 45 minutes away from the Post fire, which at last checked had already burned about 12,000 acres and was only about 2% contained. But firefighters there are getting to this one very quickly and calming those flames down. We're just seeing some remnants of smoke right there in the area. And it was very, very important and urgent that they get that fire under control, because you see this neighborhood through this live feed. There are so many homes nearby that this really could have become a disaster quite quickly if it was not contained, as we see firefighters doing there. So of course, kudos to everyone that did get to the scene as quick as possible and get it done. Just put out those flames. They have really been preparing for this. They are ready to go, but still very concerning when you're seeing that this is already erupting so soon in the wildfire season. We're expecting more of this throughout the summer, and especially when we get to September and October, that is peak wildfire season over in California.